What up, sis? Meet our sister, Natalia. Her story is one of beauty and learning how to own it. Growing up with insecurities due to the Belarusian culture, this woman's life has transformed and now she's changing the face of beauty. Girl, we got this. What is up, sis? Sis, I have an incredible woman with me today, and I cannot wait to introduce you to her. But first, I want to ask you, how are you and how are you feeling? Sit with that for 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to introduce you to, I feel like Natalia Armonik. This is who I have as a guest on the show today. Natalia Armonik, she's like a big sister to me. Do you know that?
I'm flattered and I'm happy to hear that.
Yes, she is like a big sister to me. Natalia Armonik is here with us, guys. She is my esthetician. She's literally an A-list celebrity esthetician. She is the reason why I look like this.
Oh, thank you.
And it's true. You are the reason why I learned how to take care of my skin. And I just want to say thank you.
Oh, my pleasure.
You changed my life. And it was because of my sisters who introduced me to Natalia. So it's the beauty of us always coming together and creating magic. So Natalia, welcome to Girl, We Got This.
Thank you.
I am so glad that you finally have decided to actually come. Because how long have I been asking you to come and share your story?
I don't know, maybe a year or so.
Maybe more than that.
No, more, right?
More.
I feel like the last 3-4 years, it just I didn't notice how they.
And it goes by so quick.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy and I'm proud of you for showing up today.
Thank you. All my hard work.
I know. And I know.
Like self-work.
Yeah.
Like, finally, I was like, okay.
Why not?
I'll take, universe give you chances, and I'm not ready, like whatever. I have to, and I did this numerology reading, and she told me, like, you get so many opportunities, but you waiting and waiting, like, okay, I'm gonna take that, yeah. So
okay.
It was actually, last week I did this reading, and she told me, you get always opportunities, but you never take them, you always wait, somebody come and take you, and like just, and people literally take me, and it's like, I said, no, I'm not ready yet, but okay, I'll take a chance.
You do this.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad that this woman told you, because you don't listen to any of us.
Number don't lie.
Okay, so I forgot to add. So she is my esthetician. However, she's also so spiritually inclined. She's like my numerologist queen. So listen, guys, this is a true story. I'm dating. So when I go on a date, I come get my facial. Natalia automatically asks me, tell me his numbers. When is he born? And I tell him. And she'll tell me immediately if we're compatible, if we're not compatible. And she's 9 times out of 10. You've never been wrong. She's magic. She doesn't know how magic she is, but she's magic. So I want to start with her story and where she's from. She's from Belarus. And I want to know, how did this part of you that started to come in love with beauty and esthetician and skin, when did this start? Did it start in Russia?
Belarusia. And I remember that I started reading the book about how your body is built. Always was in the skin. I don't know, honestly, I always didn't feel beautiful. I don't know, I felt like ugly duckling.
Really?
I never felt good about myself. So I was trying to get better.
Wow.
And like taking care of my skin, so too much. I remember my dad was angry at me. I was like taking apple, like grinding apple, putting egg yolk there, butter, put it on my face, and my dad's like, why do you do that? You don't paint the car if it's like, it doesn't have corrosion. I was like, I'm preventing. I was always like preventative. I swear I was like 16.
What?
I was doing stuff at home in the kitchen. Yeah, putting like egg whites, like all this stuff on my face. I had the books. Yeah, so I had the interest very early.
But can I pause you there? So you had this interest because you never felt beautiful.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah, I want to do plastic surgery in my nose. I want to tuck my ears in. Yeah.
Why was this? Is it like a culture thing? Is it a personal thing? What was it that made you feel like that?
I think my family, was the way we like were in Soviet Union and everything. They would never compliment us. They would bring they'd say something better, what's wrong, what's good. Maybe people should try to get better through that.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to get better.
So they would point out the wrong things.
Yeah.
To encourage you to get better, but they would never comment on the beauty or the good that they saw.
No, they never. I always get like on something wrong. Oh, you lost too much weight, your nose is too pointed, your chin, like even my parents, my mom and my
Wow.
dad, it's always with, oh, you have pimples. It's always pointing what's not
Wow.
right with me. That was, and it took me a while to get myself, I think I was 28 when I finally felt like, oh my God, actually like pretty okay. You know?
I'm hot. What do you mean? I'm a smoke show.
I was not even feeling, I was finally like feeling, okay, people pay attention on me. I'm getting compliments, but yeah, no, I was always insecure. Up to like probably after 3 kids, I'm still getting.
Yes.
And I'm looking back like, why nobody told me I was so good looking? I would probably get so much further. I would reach so much more, but nobody told me that. They were like always, oh, she just like attention. They were putting me as a bad thing, attention.
Ah, this is so intriguing.
Yeah, I was like, oh, she just like this. Even they always make me feel bad about wanted some attention. And anyway, I guess it was a scar from my childhood. I'm still working on.
Yes, we all are always still working on
Yes.
our childhood trauma. I feel like that's a forever journey. But I feel like so many people can relate to this story of not feeling beautiful and feeling that we need to be validated by somebody telling us we're beautiful instead of owning how fucking beautiful we are, because God made you perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I'm trying to accept it and trying to.
Yes.
I think I'm more accepting of myself and my age with all my wrinkles and imperfection. And I was like, when I was like, probably at my best.
Wow. This
physically.
is fucking mind-blowing to me. This is mind-blowing to me because you are made perfect. God made you a perfect human being on this earth. And it wasn't until society or this culture or our family made us feel like we weren't. So I'm so sorry that you felt like that, but a lot of us have felt like that. And we had to feel this validation of others to make us feel like we were beautiful or we were funny or you are perfect. And it's funny to me because her business is called Just Perfect. Literally, just perfect.
Yeah. And I try to stay to standards, but maybe I need to change the way of thinking if you're perfect in any way. Because I am perfectionist.
Yes.
And I'm very hard on myself and my work and the clients. Sometimes I say things and oh, maybe I shouldn't say. My sister told me always give me insecurities, and it's my problem too. I do see it's like things comes to my eyes beautiful and not beautiful.
Yes.
Not beautiful like maybe things could be like improved.
Yes.
I'm trying to learn to be
Yes.
not as harsh because
Yes.
I do get tendency to say things straightforward.
Yes. But you have to understand why you're a perfectionist too. So growing up feeling this type of way made you want to perfect everything because you probably wanted to feel that validation and that love.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that you want everything to be perfect. But you are perfect. Everything we do is perfect. There's nobody that can tell me you're wrong.
I wish I knew it when I was younger.
Yes,
It's just
we all do,
now.
right? Yeah. I wish that we all could. Okay, so let's get back to Belarus, and you're putting all these masks on your face, and your dad is like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and I was like, I'm just preventing it basically. Like I'm preventing. I was like from getting, and I was working out the most when I was in my best, like preventing not to like get my body go back, get fat. And one time my dad told me that, let me see on your body. I was in like swimsuit or whatever, and he looked like, yeah, you don't have model body, you have a short legs, you have pig legs. It stays in my mind to like rest of my life. Okay, I have like short legs, like I don't have model, because in Russia, the beautiful woman in Belarus is beautiful, like long legs, blonde, blue eyes. You know, like, I think I'm not like typical. Even when I came here, people don't tell me I look like a Russian, Belarusian. They thought I'm more like Latina. I get called, whatever, I don't remember. Anyway, from that, Latina, even. And I think it actually was a compliment for me.
Yes.
At some point, I don't know why. Because I don't want to be, because I'm not typical looking. When I did my DNA test, I'm 100% Eastern European.
Wow.
So, I don't know. I think maybe I have some Mongolian in me. Maybe I have some, who knows, Jewish in me.
Yeah.
And like, I was trying to see what's like, why people don't see me.
Yeah.
Like typical.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no, I'm 100%.
What's so funny? You know what just came to my head when you said that? Have you heard Lizzo? She has that song, I just took a DNA test, found out I'm 100% that bitch. Literally, that just came in my head. Because you are. But you don't have to meet the Belarusian or the Russian standards.
Yeah.
But growing up in that culture, you felt that you had.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's many other Belarusian women and Russian women that felt that pressure and that have lived this life like you, having to portray this perfection maybe that your culture may have.
Yeah, they have perfect nose. Like, I hate my profile before. Ugh, I hate this like nose. I hate it like this. I like myself almost more like looking straight than profile, because profile, but it was more looking like Middle Eastern profile. I felt like middle, but actually being here, it's actually was good for me because I've seen so many different people, different looks.
Yes.
I grew into my look, so I don't want to change my nose. Actually, people will start asking, so funny. So, did you do your nose? You have perfect nose. Are you kidding me? Why are you saying it's like I wanted to surgery in my nose? Why can you say it's perfect? Because I wanted to surgery in my nose. It was
but it's
so
all
weird.
in your head.
People are like, you have perfect nose. I'm like, oh please.
But it's in your head.
I don't know.
We create these stories in our head. Yes, but that's the thing with us. We create these stories in our head that aren't even real. You know that.
It's my grandma nose and my I guess I have to
Okay, so now you're in Belarus. When did you start telling yourself, I want to become an esthetician?
Actually, when I was going to America. Because when I was in Belarus, I was 2 years in law school.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was 2 years in law school.
I'd be scared of you if you were a lawyer. You'd actually be scary. You'd win every case and you're hot. That'd be easy. All the judges would like you.
Oh my God. So I don't know. I did it because my dad was like a thing there.
Yep. Do you know that I went to law school? I didn't go to law school. I interned at a law school because my dad.
Yeah. Yeah, just to be like up to his standards.
Yes, I did the same thing.
So like, oh, he's my daughter. She's a lawyer. She's like, yeah.
Yes.
So he like, I should be his trophy, right?
Yes. I did the same thing. I can relate.
And again, so 2 years into that, they said, oh, we're leaving to America. I'm like, oh. And they said, if I'm going to America, I'm not going to law. Because it's like basically I have to start it all fresh, all new. And I was interested in the beauty. And I already have an idea back then. I remember, I want to create this retreat when people come and they do their picture before. And actually they're doing right now this makeovers. I had it when I was 18, in my mind, that it's going to be like people go there and live there for months, for example, do the blood before, like pictures, and they change everything from eating, hair, makeup, and the cleansing. Yeah, I had this like idea like back 25 years ago.
Wow.
But I thought, okay, but I need to become a dermatologist.
Yes.
So it's going to be more, how to say, it's not like just, esthetician. Yeah. Just do skin. I want to actually thought the dermatologists, they can really help for like from the medical point of view. And I thought it's a good thing back then.
Yes.
And I came here and I find out I'm pregnant.
Really?
And it changed everything. I guess my kids like put me in different direction.
Wow.
Because they say, to become dermatologist, you need 14 years. And okay, I'm 20.
14 years?
With all the
schooling?
The schooling, and then you do this interning. I think it's the longest because, I don't know, the specific of the skin, and I don't know. I didn't go deep because I'm going to be old. No, I have to get something like, which is I can make money faster. I'm like having kids. I need to start making
to support
money.
them.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's changed. But I was thinking, coming to here, I want to be dermatologist because I want to do something. Not just cleaning the skin. As an esthetician, just clean the skin. I'm so happy I didn't go. It would be like completely different, Natalia. If I would go that direction.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to your boys for making you go this direction. Life is a journey.
It is.
So you're from Belarus. You're coming here now to America, and you're going to become a dermatologist. But life shifts, and now you're pregnant.
Yeah. The whole plans change. Everybody's dad's plans.
Wow.
All hopes crashed.
Everything. So now you're in America and you're pregnant. What's going through your mind?
It was interesting. I did first thinking, okay, I can do it because they scare me having baby here so expensive. In America, I was like, okay, I was looking for the doctor to do to abortion basically.
Yes.
And then, but something
Out of
in
fear.
me, yeah, because like I just came here, nothing, and didn't tell my parents. Nobody knows. My dad
Wow.
doesn't know. It's a
Wow.
it's a whole story.
Wow.
And then I just every time I was thinking about it, I felt some kind of weird like stomach. I felt like it's like my body telling me don't do that. And I said, okay, I'm keeping the baby. And the boyfriend back then, my future husband, was like, keep the baby, I'll come. I'm coming. And
oh, wow.
I
So you came
him.
here alone?
It was my sister and my dad, yeah.
Wow.
Yes, it was my sister.
And he was still in Belarus?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Yes. And I just believed him. I just, gosh, now in my, no, are you kidding me? But I believe him, so he'll come, and he did.
Wow.
But it was I think it's in the podcast about that kind of story.
We'll have round two.
Yes, it's a whole different story.
But that's beautiful, because now you're here, and you probably felt so alone. You had all this fear that's going on.
Yeah.
You're like, what am I gonna do? But your boyfriend at the time says, I got you. We're gonna have this. We're gonna have this family.
Yeah.
So you have this family, and now you're in America. And now, when do you start going toward your profession as your career, as a woman, being a mother at this time? Because you have 3 children. Did you start like after the first, second, or third?
No. Actually, I stay home for a year, and I'm going crazy. I want to kill my husband. I did not, but then I cannot be a housewife. It's not my thing.
It's not my thing. I tried too,
I
with no kids.
It was just, and then I went to college. Okay, just gonna go, just start take maybe some career classes. And this idea went back, and then actually I went to work in the office, in the like a medical office. I was like front desk, receptionist. I cannot be front desk. I want to be manager. I need to be manager. I cannot be like somebody who tell me what to do.
Yeah, we know.
Then,
I know.
like I still like never listen and do what I want to do, and I get in trouble for that.
I love that about you.
And I went to the college, Santa Monica College, to become a manager, like in management, whatever, business management. You know? I got pregnant with my second son by doing that.
Wow.
So I had my baby while I was like in college, in school, in the middle of semester, and actually I came with my baby doing some exams. And,
Really?
yeah, and
how beautiful.
And then getting close to the graduation, I was working in the purchasing office, like just being on the computer, and I hated it. I was getting paid $4 an hour. I was like a torture for me sitting there, like, basically doing, and this is basically what I'm going for. I was thinking, this is basically like the office job I'm going for. And I keep calling. I was on the phone with, I need to talk to somebody. Like, I'm not an office person.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I doing? So I went to counselor, and I said, I don't know if I like it. And I was doing okay. My grades were okay. I was about to graduate. And she said, what do you like? I was like, oh, I want to be dermatologist, but I realized it's too long. And she's like, what about esthetician? Cosmetology, cosmetology. I was like, I don't want to learn like hair, nails. I don't want to.
Yeah.
And we have a esthetician program. I'm like, oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Wow.
And I went, and I just switched basically at the end of my AA degree. I was ready to graduate. Yeah. I went for esthetician. And I got pregnant with my third son then.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yes.
This is so cool. Because listen to how your life is going. Every major decision.
It's like kid.
Yeah, but it's a gift. It's a gift. It's another gift. But it's also another challenge. It's another challenge. It's another challenge. And you have to arrive for each challenge that life and God is giving you. But it's
I don't know how I did
gift.
it. I was thinking back, like,
Yes.
how did I do this?
How did you do it?
I don't know. Just it was natural for me. It was like, now actually when my kids grown up, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
But then it just was happening naturally.
That's so freaking awesome. Like, it's so, look, I have no children.
Yeah.
And I see incredible moms working, busting their ass, taking care of the kids, taking care of home, taking care of everything, and still looking like a goddess. And I'm like, how? Because some days I don't have any of that, and I look like I don't know who shot John. But it's so admirable. Like, mothers are the most, I swear you guys are the most powerful humans on this earth. And I say this in like pure love. And I believe that fully. You give life, you create life, you nurture life. But it's so empowering to see women do this as a career woman and still having kids, because I want to do that as well. Like, I want to have kids and I still want to pursue a career. And a lot of women of us, we get scared, like we can't. Or we have that fear, or we may want to like abort a child because we have all these fears that come inside of us. So I think that's really fucking amazing.
Thank you.
So now this woman, you reached out for help, which I'm proud of you. And you used your voice and said, hey, this job sucks. I'm not doing it. It's not for me. And she led you to your path to being an esthetician.
Yeah, she told me, yeah, we have this option. I'm like, wow. So I went there and got pregnant. I was going pregnant through all these classes and everything. And I got my license and I had my baby in 2 months. Wow. So yeah, September I had my esthetician license.
Yes.
My mom was my model, I remember. She was like a trooper. She went, I did all on her.
Yeah.
And yeah, in December I had a baby. September, almost 2-3 months. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was it. And I stayed home so I didn't have no experience yet. I was just finished, newly, freshly.
Yeah.
And then my dad, then he said, oh, while you're home with the baby, you wanna, and basically I was completely 100%. I was making a little bit money on my own in this purchasing department, but my husband tried to take it from me. It's like, oh, you need to put in the budget. I was like, no, it's my money.
It's my money.
That actually was a big turning point in our relationship too. Yeah. That like me saying, no, I'm not giving you my money. I'm not, because I hate ask money. I hate it. Like every time I ask you, he like, oh, I just gave you. What did you do with it? So, no.
I love that we're talking about this because we touched on this in another episode.
Yeah.
Of the importance of financial independence.
Yeah.
And understanding your finances as a woman and owning it, because it's hard being dependent on somebody.
Yeah, I hated that.
Yes. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
For sticking up for yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, but it's cost me basically, he's like, I'm not paying you any of your credit cards. You just have to do it all. So basically, it was his mistake there doing it, but it was good for me.
Yes.
That was a turning point to start feeling my power.
Yes.
That I can do it, because all my life was depending on a man. My father was controlling me, and he thought, when you're married, I'm gonna close this like faucet with the money. So basically, he was like scaring me away if I'm gonna get married. So no financial support from me.
Yes.
So be like wise who you choose. And of course, I didn't choose wise by his standard.
But wow.
Yeah.
A lot of us can relate to this though. Like this story
so much. I feel like everything mixed in.
Yeah, no, but this story right here of living this life as a woman, as a young girl, seeking for the men, the masculine to take care of you, to take care of you, to take care of you, and then you grow up and you're like, hold on, I have to take care of myself too. It's beautiful, because it is beautiful when a man does take care of you. It's so beautiful. But as a woman too, we have to be able to take care of ourselves.
I think it depends what kind of man.
Yes.
And I think my husband was not ready to just give me without control taking place.
Yes.
I think this is the problem. Men, when they help you, they want to control you. And that's the problem.
I lived that life in my 20s.
That's the problem, because I don't like to be controlled. That's what he did. I didn't know myself then. Parents, of course, it's parents. They have to control, but you like run away from it. That's why I ran away. Honestly, that's my escape. Thank God. Getting out. Before getting to America, I was supposed to go to Minsk for 2 more years. I was so looking forward to go to Minsk.
What's Minsk?
Minsk, it's the capital of the Belarus.
Ah, okay.
I was so excited to just disconnect, run away, because they control me so much. My parents tell me what to do, what to wear, what time to come. I was like craving. And then here I was thinking I'm escaping and got to another hands who was like telling me what to do.
Yes. Yes,
where to
but it was
stand.
familiar to you.
Yeah. It was, but then with him, I started thinking, no.
Yeah, because you started to find
Yeah,
your
it's-
power.
you're not
You started
my
to find out
parent.
who you are.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
There's so many of us that have lived that life, that rebellious from
Yeah.
your childhood, from your parents. I was a rebel. I rebelled like wild.
See, I was
In
hidden
college.
rebel. I was like acting like a good girl, but behind the back, I was doing my stuff.
Yeah, a lot of us do.
Yeah.
And as long as they don't know, because we need that. We are wild. We want to be free. We all seek this freedom. We want to live. We were here to live, to experience.
Yeah.
But our parents did the best that they could do with what they know. I
Yes.
always say that. And they did their best. And it's our time, it's our journey. And then sometimes we fall into places that feel familiar and they're comfortable because they're familiar. I did the same thing with the control
Yeah,
with
somebody
the men.
like take care of you. Yeah.
Yes, and that's familiar and it's comfortable. Even though they say toxic now or it's not healthy, I like to say it's unhealthy. That's all I know. So I did the same thing you're saying, Natty. I can relate to you so hard on that. Yeah. But it's a part of our story. And it was up to us to grow and to say, I need to take responsibility for my life.
Yeah. I could have just listen to him and
Yeah.
be unhappy housewife who does what he wants and be miserable. Or just, no, I can't.
Yes. Okay, so let's talk about this. No, I can't. How did you start Just Perfect by Natalia? How did you start your company?
Again, the last place I was working, I was getting uncomfortable there too. And every time I noticed that I moved to the next step, it's like life gets me to the point I get very uncomfortable, unhappy, and there's no choice. It just, I can't, I suffocate.
Yeah. I'm glad that you honor that. A lot of people don't.
It just, and you have a choice, just stay, get sick. And I always was into the energy, studying stuff. So like I knew I can get sick from that. And the last boss I was working, she didn't want to give me a raise. She said, no, you have your max. And I remember she promised me. And I was working for 4 years with her and I was so busy. I'm going to just move on my own. Yeah.
Wow.
And I did it. I don't know how, it just, everything happens just so smoothly. I think when it's meant to be, it just falls.
But you have to follow your intuition.
Yes, I did.
You have to follow it.
And I called psychic, of course.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes.
You know, you look for this like confirmation that
Yes.
the psychic told me, and I trusted her.
Yes.
So. But now understanding a little bit more, I understand I trusted myself. But then back then I trusted
Yes.
her.
Yes. And sometimes it's all we need. Sometimes all we need is somebody to believe in us or to see
Yes.
us. We all need to be seen. I do believe that. I feel like love, for me, for one of the biggest things is to be seen for me and to be honored for who you are and to be like, hey, I see you.
Yeah, but you have to believe what people say. A lot of
Yes.
time, people tell you just like, oh,
Yes.
it takes sometimes to start believing.
Yes.
Because a lot of time you told things and people, just say it to say it.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes me quite a bit to trust what person says.
Yeah, I
It's like-
know.
because if I say it, I mean it. But a lot
Yeah.
of people say things not meaning it.
Yes.
And I can feel it.
Yes.
So, and especially when they're too much. If you say one time, it's enough. When people go over and over from you, like, oh, okay, just enough.
But it's beautiful that you know this about yourself. You're brave, you're bold. Hey, husband, I'm making my own company and I'm making my own shit happen now. So now Just Perfect by Natalia started. How did it start? Do you remember the first day in your own office as an esthetician?
Kind of, yeah. It was not perfect. The counter was not there, but my clients, they were with me already. Like, it was my basically third place. I went one place for 4 years and another for 4 years, so
Yeah.
4 or 5 years. And I already had client base for almost like 8 years, some
Yeah.
of them being with me, and they support me. They got gift certificates. Actually, I come with this idea because I didn't have no money saved.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm opening my business. I need some money. I'm selling gift certificates and I give you 20% off or 15% off.
Yes.
And and services, and people supported me, so that helped. And I slowly were like, he keeping a secret. People around me knew, but my boss didn't know, because she will freak out. And the moment she find out, no, I told her. She came, I'm giving you 2 weeks notice, and she was blown away. She didn't expect it from me.
Yes.
And she was upset, of course. I was supposed to work 2 more weeks, but they said interviewing who's gonna replace me, and without asking me if they can use the room while it was my hours of shift, they told me that interviewing the trying person in my room. I'm like, no fucking way.
Wow.
You know what? I'm out of here.
Yeah, because it smells disrespectful.
Yes. You don't respect me. You basically, on my time here, you just blocking my schedule and say, I was like straightforward. Came and give you 2 weeks notice.
Yes.
I asked you for the raise.
Yes. Yes.
And you said no. And I did what I did. I chose myself, not your business. I chose myself.
Yes, as you should.
And yeah, so I was like, that's it. I'm not coming back. So it was like, it actually was a little bit rough.
Yeah.
Unexpected start.
Yes.
But and it was scary.
Yeah.
It was definitely scary, but it was slowly, I don't know how I did. I felt like it was like, just like half asleep happened.
Yeah, like you're floating.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I took 2 offices in the beginning. I was like, okay, I can handle it. I was very ambitious. I don't know. I was very ambitious.
You still are very ambitious.
Thank you. I feel like with the age, I get a little bit more careful, maybe. And you know what I noticed? I see my young clients who, like, when you're young, I think you have more like courage.
Yeah.
When you get older, you just get a little bit cautious, and it's stopping me. I feel I need to look at my young clients who are like, I do this, like, why I'm stuck here for 8 years?
Yeah.
Because I know I need to go for next step. It's time, but I got too comfortable.
Yeah.
So I need another kind of uncomfortable. I think something pissed me off.
It doesn't have to piss you off. It's something that has to make you shift, because you're good at that. When something makes you feel a certain way, you pivot and you move. And sometimes we need that push. It's a push.
Yeah, and I see that pattern now, and I just, maybe I can change it before
I don't think it's a bad pattern. I think it's a part of your life, and I think you should embrace it. I think it's okay. I think that being uncomfortable is when you grow. When we're comfortable, we don't grow. We stay stagnant because we're comfortable.
And I noticed I'm comfortable, and now they raise my rent again at my studio. Second time in a year, it's too much. And I told, like, months to months, I'm looking for a new place. Actually, last week I told, and I started looking for a new place.
Yeah, as you should.
Yes.
And maybe it'll be the next venture, the next journey.
About next.
Which is so beautiful. Okay, so I want to get into skin, because that's what we're all waiting for, let's be honest. I got to tell you, Natalia, now look, this is all perspective. This is how we do it. We do holistic work. Natalia, I've never done anything cosmetically in my face, and it's because of her. I had this urge where I wanted to do Botox, because I have some wrinkles in my forehead. And she said, no, we're not doing it. So what is your belief? What is your beliefs in skin? What's your regimen? What do you believe in as an esthetician?
To tell you the truth, in the beginning, when I got my esthetician license, I didn't want to go back to school, got my nursing degree, and do Botox and fillers.
Really?
Yes, I thought, because it's as close as it could be to dermatologists, right? So you can do laser, you can do everything. But then I got to this job, I got busy. I finished all prerequisites. While I was working, I finished all prerequisites for the nursing. So I took biology, chemistry, everything, anatomy. So I know all the body, how it works.
The internal.
And I started like searching, going, reading, and I said, because when you Botox one muscle, another muscle compensate, and this muscle was getting stronger, pulling it more up, and I was starting to go deeper. I'll go inside massages, and then basically that's my mistake, like my bad experience lead me to look like, no, this is not the way I want to go. And
this is not the path that you're gonna practice.
And then you go to Beverly Hills and look at these people. They look similar. Like they all look related.
Yeah.
It was your personality. You basically they go to the same doctor and you look like, oh,
it's true, because it's so popular now. Cosmetology and the Botox.
It's a quick fix.
Yes, it is a quick fix, and it's not for me.
No.
It's for some people, it's for them. And I always encourage whatever is for you, but it's not for me. So for the people that don't want to do the Botox, how do you keep our face looking like this?
You know, it's basically, it's a physiology. You have to understand what Botox does for your body. It's relax the muscle. And what are options to relax the muscle? Massage.
Yes.
And keep still, it's still relaxed, but still works. It still brings the nutrients to this area. Because I touch people's face who had Botox, their skin feel like paper, it feel like it's dead. It loses
the
suppleness.
elasticity.
Yeah. Become like wood. It's dry.
Yeah.
And then they do like other things, the fillers, because it loses volume too, because it's atrophy.
Yeah.
It's atrophy.
Because your face is a muscle.
Yeah. And if muscle doesn't work, if you get trauma, look, it's like atrophy. It's become like less, and then you lose volume. Then you put filler. Then you look like a balloon.
So you're just adding.
Yes.
You're just adding.
And you don't look yourself anymore.
Yes.
It's just you look different creatures.
Yes.
And another thing I noticed, people who does these things, they lose perspective how they look. They because you get this wow thing first. The people do like lips. Why people keep going to this crazy lips?
Yes.
Because they get used to it. It's not wow anymore.
Yes.
They want a wow effect. They add more. And I feel it distort their like perception of themselves.
Yes.
If you have a good friend you trust and honest, who tell you enough.
Yes.
Enough. Okay,
Yes.
maybe one time it's okay.
Yes.
But
Yes.
you should have the balance. And I know people still gonna do it. And okay, if you choose to do it, but it have to be at least like a balance.
Yes. 100%.
So it's lead me to learn more and more. Then I connected to the mind things. Also, where I learned, people who do too much Botox, they have mental problem too, because our muscle in the face connect to our like brain, to neural, to emotions. So when you, for example, they have this experiment, when you put the pencil in your mouth and keep it like this, suddenly your mood get better, because the muscle which you responds for the smile, it sends the signal to the brain.
Yes.
It makes you happy.
Yes.
And even not smiling, just keeping you like this muscle activated, people feel like happier. So that's actually also doing massage on your face. You work on people's mental health too.
Interesting.
You're helping people like basically. I got to the point, the trauma in our face. We have trauma, emotions, and when I do this massage, deep massages right now, I open up people's traumas, emotions. People cry.
I cry all the time.
And I said it's good because we keep it. It's there.
Yeah.
Look at the baby's face. How they look relaxed. There's no like, you cannot tell this baby angry. You can say when they in the moment angry, but you cannot tell the personality of the baby like when they're born, because they just have this relaxed face.
Yes.
And basically when you're 20, it's the face God gives you.
Yes.
When you're like 30, 40, it's face we earn. Our emotion, our experience, and everything. And sometimes people look best at their 20s, sometimes look best at their 30s and 40s. It depends.
Yes.
People have their I probably always look great. I look beautiful in pictures, but I didn't feel beautiful. I didn't own it.
And that's a big difference.
And now I feel I'm owning it. I want to get it better. I see where things could be corrected.
Yes.
Like I see this and this, but I related to myself more.
Yes.
This is me.
Yes, but this is an internal journey.
Yeah.
All of this beauty, everything we're talking about today, it starts in.
Yes, it's your mind.
Yes.
It's your mind.
Yes, it's your mental. It's what you're putting in your body. It's what you're feeding your body. What you're feeding is going to show on your skin. So I want to talk briefly about the massage. Natalia, I think one of your gifts, she's incredible. I go to her for my facials. I go to her for massages. I just go to her. And I just lay and I let her do her work. But your massages, they're so powerful. So she literally, you get a body massage, but it's a massage for your face.
Yeah.
And you do it. I can't even express the experience, because you just need to experience for yourself, to be honest. When you massage my face, I can feel all the stress and the tension that I hold in my lower jaw, in my chin. And the before and afters, when I go in, sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, like I look exhausted and I look like sometimes my face is shifted or stuck certain ways because I'm holding the muscles up from the tension. And then when I leave, my face is full and round. My lips are like out because my lips tend to go up. And after I leave, my lips are always full, like they should be, my natural lip. My cheekbones are higher. The wrinkles are out of my forehead. I have these marks too here.
Yeah.
She works the hell out of them. She works and they're gone. So there's magic from the human touch, from what you do as an esthetician, this holistic approach, because it works.
Yeah, it just, trust me, it took a lot of journey. I always search. First I was like, oh, microcurrent. But it's still, I want to feel it. I want to understand. I want to see, because not everybody's the same.
Yeah.
And
that's so true.
I learned this first massage and I was just like, do like up, side. And what does it do? Everybody's different. Some people have like tension here. Some people have opposite muscle saggy. You need to, so you need, I was like, in my mind, I want to feel it.
Yes.
I want to understand how the muscle feel and what I need to do. And the right person came and I took this course and I was mind blowing. That's exactly what I was looking for. And I started, actually I want to try baby face, like compare. How does feel in the baby face?
Yes.
And when you start having different clients, different ages, you can see, oh my God, it's so different.
Yes.
And I go by the feel. Basically, now it's hard to explain. You just go, and that's exactly what I want to feel. I don't want to do it like just by the routine or some special technique. I want to feel it. And that's what I was like manifesting for, and it came to me.
Yeah, it's so powerful.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you for trusting yourself. Sometimes a lot of us feel like we have to do this because this is what we're told. But you have so much practice in this field. You're a master when it comes to this. You know?
I don't
know. She's a perfectionist, and I'm saying this because I know her personally. But she knows our face. She knows human. She knows the inside. She knows the internal. She can tell me, what did you eat? Natalia can look at my face and see a pimple and be like, what did you eat? What is that? Immediately.
Because it's all connected.
It's all connected, and it's true. Yeah. Like, you're coming from a true place, always an honest place. And I admire that Natalia, you're always learning. There's not a time that I don't know that you're not in a course.
Yes, absolutely.
You know?
Yes.
And that's why I trust you, because you're always learning. You have this will to continue to learn and to expand. So I just got this download where you just told me, okay, so the rent, they're telling you now at your salon, at your office, that rent is going to be going up higher now. And now you're like, frig this, I'm leaving. So I'm seeing this pattern in your life. Something always pushes you. You're going to open your next office and you're going to combine your spirituality and the esthetician in your skincare practice that you do. Natalia is so, I can't even say this. She's so intelligent when it comes to numbers, numerology, and she's so spiritual. She won't say it because she doesn't think she's a master because she's still studying it. But if you come from all masters, you always remain a student. You always remain a student. This life, in this lifetime, the masters will say, you forever will be a student. That's why I know you're a master, because masters don't call themselves masters. So I want to talk about numerology briefly and how you got into the spiritual world, because you've lived such an intriguing life as a woman.
Because I was searching for myself. Like what was happening, on another side there was a search. I want to understand why these things happen this way, why I am this way, and I want to understand people. In order to help people, for me it was important to, when a person comes to me, I want to understand who I'm having. So I understand how to approach it. It was for me a tool how to connect to the person.
Yes.
So I always ask for the birthdays. It's okay, this person not gonna want to listen, hear that. You just understand where people come from. And also saying a little bit about the person, maybe it's make person a little bit more closer to you, more predisposed to become like trusting you.
Yes, to open up.
Yeah, it was my little trick, I guess. It was a little like, and one time, it's interesting, I read this numerology and it said, you have a master number, and it said, you're a natural psychologist, but you cannot use it to make money. And I said, okay, if you cannot use it to make it money, it's gonna be my like bonus. It's gonna be my bonus. Like when people come, it's gonna be a little bit extra.
Yes.
What they can get from
Yes.
me while I'm doing their service. Now, when I'm learning more, I did this recently astrology reading and numerology. They do say that it's basically it isn't me. And this one woman told me that I'm a healer, and I need to hear that because when people say it, they're like, okay, you're just saying it, but when it says in my birth chart,
Yes. Yes.
and she explained me things, it definitely started giving me, okay, maybe there's a purpose like
Yes.
that for me.
Validation makes you believe in yourself.
It did. That's,
Yes.
And that numerology was how I was
Yes.
like looking for validation. I want to find my strengths. I want to find what's special about me. I want
Okay.
to be special.
So you are special.
Thank you. I mean, but I want to find what I'm special for. You know?
What it is, what our purpose.
Yes.
We're all seeking that. Everyone on this earth, everybody listening to this podcast, everyone here is seeking that. Why are we here?
Yeah,
Why are we
something.
here? Yes, we're all, everyone listening is like, why am I here? Why am I listening to this podcast right now? I want you to share what the power of numerology is. Let's say my birthday, for instance. So I'm going to show you the power of numerology. Just imagine you're laying down and Natalia's massaging your face. She's taking out all the stress in your neck, in your chin. And I go, Natalia, my birthday is February 11th, 1988. What are you going to tell me? Let's act like you're working on me right now.
So you're very strong. You're very powerful. People listen to you. You could be a little bit pushy sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes you know how to relax. You go and then you crush.
That's so true.
And you're very intuitive, like a witch. I learned everybody who has number 11 is like witches. My month is 11, so it's like, okay. Now like it's like, oh, 11, you're a witch. You're a witch.
Now, I also want to tell the people that witch is powerful.
It's a good thing.
It's
Yeah,
a powerful. In this, especially in American culture, we make it deem like it's such a bad trait. It's not. There's so much wisdom and power in this space as a woman.
It's a connection to your intuition, to the nature.
Yes.
And roots, like where people come from.
Yeah.
And people are scared of it. That's why the witches were terminated, because nobody could control them.
Yes.
Because the government, nobody know the truth. They know how to,
We know.
Yes.
Truth.
Nobody can tell you.
And when you're a magic baby,
Yeah.
you're unstoppable.
Yeah. But they took it away from us, and now we're stepping back into
Yes.
this power and start trusting our intuitions, and it leads to the next chapter. And oh wow!
And you just go with it.
So basically, this is you are.
Yeah. And this is just based on my birth chart.
A
February
birth
11th.
date, so your date. So what you came for, like for you, very important to be in nature, recharge in nature.
Mm-hmm.
You basically, there's a negative and positive. You could be pushy, but instead of be pushy, you need to be inspiring.
Yeah.
And
I can be both.
yeah,
I know that about
to be
myself.
physical, you
Yeah.
can hit people.
Really?
People like you can like get like.
I box.
Oh, that's what you get your physical.
Yeah. Yeah, I
You
do.
Sometimes you like.
I do. I need that energy to. I have to release it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of, and two, you don't like confrontation. And honestly, you don't show you true yourself right away. You try to observe, to look a situation, and you don't step in the center right away. If ever,
Yeah.
like being in the center for you sometimes could be uncomfortable. Rather to be a side kind of
Yes.
thing and tell what to do. And 88, so 8 plus 8 is 16, 26, 8, right?
Yes.
Okay, I actually never did it for you, that one. It's 8, it's a karmic, it's a karma. So basically, in positive, everything happens, everything is happened for the reason, and even if it's a bad thing, it's have to happen. It's a lesson which you need to learn.
Yes.
But when you're negative of this number, you basically blame things. You find whose fault is that.
Yes. I get it.
And people try to fight for the truth in negative. They want to like fairness. But if you're in positive with this number, everything is fair.
Yes.
So for you, it's very important that everything is fair, everything happens for the reason, and everything is a lesson. The moment you understand it and take it as okay, this situation happened, why? And then you go to the next. But if you're gonna, oh, this happened because of this fault, that fault, it's not fair, you're gonna get again even more harder lesson than that.
Yes.
And until you understand that nobody's fault at that, it's like it's you're getting it to learn like
Yes.
your lesson,
Yes.
so you can move on.
Wow. This is all numerology.
And this is basically the very like just the stuff I can take out of my head, but there's a deeper things. If you go, you can make a matrix and look
Yes.
deeper chakra wise. You can
Yes.
see what kind of work, what kind of man,
Yes.
how you attract men through the energy. It's very cool.
It's so powerful.
I love it. It's I did for me, but then I try out of curiosity. I try to try it on people,
Yeah.
and when they like agree, like it's motivate me to go and do more. That's exactly like validation
Yes.
from people. That
Yes.
like oh, it's true. Oh, so then go deeper, and it leads me to study more.
Because we are all seeking this. We're all seeking. We all want to know things that we already know, but really need a confirmation. And you confirm it for me all the time, especially when it comes to dating. You always tell me exactly what I need to know.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
And nobody is
numerology.
bad. It just you have to
No.
know what's if a person in positive or negative energy,
Yes.
what comes out of it.
And what matches with you, for me personally.
Yeah, for what
when
it brings,
yeah.
what this relation brings. Sometimes it brings like, okay, it's a karmic lesson. Sometimes it's like this person you're gonna be with is not gonna be together much, and
Yes.
if that's what you want, it's not. You
Yes.
don't want to be with this person.
Yeah.
It brings like that's why like on our own we one thing, and when you come with other person, we brings the different energy in each other, and that's you want to see if that's something which you want.
It's so cool. Like numerology, you introduced this world to me, and I tell everybody about her. And I'm like, okay, you need to go see Natalia. You need to go see Natalia. You need to go see Natalia. But she changes your life spiritually with these numbers, but then physically and mentally. Like you're magic. You have hands of magic. You are a student, but you are actually the master. And I think that's the beauty of you because you are so humble. But I know your strength and I know your power. And every real master always remains a student.
Thank you. I always think there's something more, definitely.
But that's the master. Because
didn't
masters
know.
always, yes.
I always feel like I need to come up with something on my own, and nothing comes out, so I cannot teach anybody because that's not what I created, and I don't feel I can share. I honestly always send people to somebody
Yes.
who I learn from, but it's all Russian speaking. That's why
Yes.
my clients cannot go, so I have to do
Yeah.
it.
Which is a gift. Yes. No, I'm not a guess. Not I guess. It is.
Thank you.
But it's so beautiful because this podcast, this episode for me is really showing me how believing in ourselves and knowing our strengths and our powers really can change our life trajectory immediately. From not believing in yourself, for feeling insecure, from growing up in that environment. I have similar experiences as you. Then all of a sudden you go to this challenge because you want to change. So now you go to the next journey and then another challenge comes. But then you're going to the next journey and another challenge comes. But it's this resilience that we have as a woman. It's this power that we have as a woman to follow our intuition and keep going. It's this power, if you're open enough to be open to it and receiving it, that you can keep going and something will be on the other line. You can take it as a challenge or you can take it as a gift, actually, I believe. But we have that courage to keep going. And then you give to everyone. As a mother, you know what I mean? As an artist on our face, like you literally change my face all the time. And to all of these A-list celebrities that you do, like they trust you. You are so much of magic that you don't even know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I just want you to know that truthfully because your journey is so inspiring. And I know there's so many other women, especially from your culture, that may have felt different. That may have not felt that they fit the mold of what a woman from your country is supposed to look like. And maybe they're listening. And I have a question for you. So if there is a Belarusian woman listening to this episode right now in this podcast, what would you tell her?
Just believe in yourself, exactly.
Yeah.
Just follow your dream, what makes you happy. Follow not what people expect from you, what makes you happy, what like really like you would do without even getting paid for. I heard it from somewhere before, but feeling it and doing it, it's so magic. Just following exactly as a kid what you like to like. This is as a kid I always like to do this stuff.
Yes.
And they say go in your childhood and think what you play, what games you play. Some people teachers, some people like they play games to selling things. Like we did all of that.
Yeah.
But I remember I was like mixing things, like putting stuff on my skin. Always, I even went to school, did hair cutting. We did cut the hair. Like I always into the beauty, and I think it was in me. But
Yes.
now I'm getting into like more beyond that physical look.
Yes.
It's so much beyond that.
It's spiritual. It's mental.
It's your mental, yeah, and everything together. So that's what I'm just. It's never ends. It's never ends. People who come for quick fix, there's no quick fixes. And I do see people go for it. Even my celebrities. Another day I had a talk with her.
Yeah.
And she had to go for like full fix thing.
Yeah, because you
I said,
see it.
I wish you give me a chance to do a massage.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes you be careful because these people also, that's what they know. They don't know other ways.
Yeah.
And I don't speak to them because sometimes they know me for one service. Some people know me as a waxer. I wax. And I'm like, that's how I got into that. Like I started only waxing for 4 years. And I decided, okay, if I wax, I have to be best in that. I just put my mind and become the best. And I was thinking, if I hear somebody, oh, I did this person, like, oh, I wish this person come to me, and this person come to me. It was like early kind of manifestations was happening.
Yes.
And it's just basically proving that everything in our head, everything in our beliefs, and we attract what we think.
Yes.
And fears too.
Yeah.
You know, if you're afraid of something, you can attract it too. So that people like, especially people who are born on 18th.
Yeah.
These are people like they draw like what they're thinking.
Wow.
Either like it's a good or bad, they
You
just
hear that, guys?
draw it.
On the 18th, if you're born on the 18th,
You have to be
you
careful.
attract it. Be aware.
Yeah.
Last question for you. Would little Natalia, little 16-year-old Natalia back in Belarus, would she believe that where she is right now in America running this incredible Just Perfect by Natalia, her own company, what would you say to her? What would she think? What was she thinking?
Gosh, I don't even know. I was such a tomboy, like at some point. Then I think around 16, I was like finally getting to my girl things. And I had no idea. I had no idea which direction I will go. I had no idea back then. But I would tell her just believe in yourself, trust in yourself. And it took me a while. Even though where I am, it's maybe I could be even like earlier, like at 25, whatever. It took me like much longer because it was like healing process. It was a lot of working with my trauma. And so if back then at 16, I know how powerful I could be, how I don't need to like constantly prove myself. I would be definitely tell her like just you beautiful.
Yes.
I would tell her you're beautiful.
Yes.
Gosh, I wish somebody told me like that. I was thinking like, see, and it's a dad. I think it's a dad. It's a whole different subject about our dads, what they do to the daughter. And I see it in my clients who, she's such a successful lawyer, top lawyer in the world because her dad gave you all this confidence, tell you like you're smart, you're the best, and that. So I tell her just no, you're beautiful, you're smart, you're powerful, you can do anything.
Yes.
Thing.
You're perfect. You're literally perfect. With that being said, your salon is called Just Perfect by Natalia. How can the fans, everybody, the audience listening to you, how could they contact you? How can they come in for a facial?
You can reach me there on Instagram. It's called Just Perfect by Natalia. DM me there and text me. I'm still available in terms like to do that. You can even go and book your appointment. I see
perfect.
people doing it. Like, I see people book consultation. Like, who's this person
Yeah.
book consultation? People save it right now, and there's like links on the Instagram. I think Instagram is just the first stop to go see my work. I try to be more out there and try to get out to the world.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing me out
Thank you for
to
coming.
this world. Thank
I
you.
appreciate you for being, we need you in this world.
Thank you.
Your story needs to be told in this world. And I know that everybody listening, they had moments of these feelings. Insecurities, we all felt insecurities. Challenges, being a mother and trying to pursue a career, and then having a husband and feeling like this need of independence. And we all go through these things. And your story's so powerful, and you're so magic. You fix people's faces with your hands. Like, it's the most beautiful thing, but then you're helping me eat better. You're helping me just be a better person in the numerology, in the spiritual realm. Like, you encompass so much.
Thank you. Because it cannot be one without another. I
Yes.
don't see that. Yeah.
Yes. And I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your story. I know you felt uncomfortable. And I want everybody to know this. Look how incredible her story is. We need to use our voice. If we don't share our voices, we're not going to help impact the world. You're impacting the world right now. And I'm so fucking proud of you, and I love you.
Thank you. I love you.
Oh my God. And listen, girl, we got this. We always got this. And she's a testament to that. Thank you so much for coming over, sis. I appreciate you and I love you deeply. Please remember to share this with your sisters, subscribe, and leave a comment. Girl, we got this.